Hello. Welcome. 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 Happy Friday. Welcome to the Friday afternoon version of Town Hall. Every now and again it happens. So hopefully you had a lovely Good Friday service this morning. And we'll finish up with Town Hall here. So couple things. The in-house channel 77 is working again, and it can now play the scheduled exercise videos again. Ryan gave us the schedule on last Friday's memo. If you need that schedule again, let us know, either me or Ryan, and we can get you that schedule. There was an issue preventing our posted videos from playing, but that has now been fixed. And of course, we did get the correction for the DirecTV service. Are you guys finding it better? Are you still experiencing difficulties? I think it's better. Haven't heard a lot of complaints or concerns yet. That took a long time, and thank you for your patience. And sorry for all that exercise of the improvement, quote unquote, that was supposed to happen. It kind of went back to the way it was, but still digital. So I think it's working a lot better. The in-house channel though won't uh, be available if you're not, or if you're paying for your own digital TV service. So if you have your own direct TV package with a DVR, the channel 77 won't work on that. Okay, the resident engagement survey. I have a typo, which I can't fix in this mode, but we completed our 90-day working group follow-ups. We discussed the bottom three issues on the resident engagement survey, which were quality of food, variety of meals, and transitions between levels of care. Jan, I know I still owe you the kind of the review of the transitions between levels of care. I promise I'll try to work on that because I think it was good content. Thank you for all of you who participated. We have implemented quite a few changes based on your feedback, and the working groups say they're happy with the progress that's been made. So continue to please come to food committee. Write your suggestions. Oh, Lester, Joel, can you? Thank you. Write your suggestions on the suggestion cards by the salad bar. Write your suggestions on the menus that you're able to write on for every meal so that we can communicate, get that communication back to the dining team, the kitchen team, so they can implement things that make the most sense for you. And then any food related concerns, of course, direct to Kim and or RG. And then any care questions, please direct to Pam and or myself. Very exciting, and I should have brought one, but I saw that, yay, Jan has her 2025 edition of the Resident Photo Directory. We're very happy we were able to get that produced and out to you guys this year. Again, want to thank Dean Lowe, Pam's husband, who took the pictures that needed to be taken and then replicated or created a new template for us that now we have and we'll be able to utilize for next year. And so Betsy Kohler and Doug Boston and Mark Klein, thank you for all your help in getting the resident photo directory completed this year. You guys are rock stars. Thank you. They are now available at the front desk. We can just go ahead and charge the $10 that they cost to your apartment. It'll show up on your next month's bill. And you can also purchase a copy for $10 in the Nutshell. So those are now in there. So when the Nutshell opens again on Tuesday, you can always get your copy there as well. The green reusable to-go bags, we completely ran out of them. So we've had to reorder them. We're hoping we'll have them next week. Thank you for those who filled out the slip at the bottom of last week's Friday memo saying that you needed a replacement bag or a new bag. We put a luggage tag that you can write your name and your apartment number on it. The way we do it, and the whole effort is to try to save all the paper bags of all the to-go orders, is you call in your to-go order, bring your reusable, recyclable bag. down to the salad bar. I think we did, right? And then your order will be available in your bag with your name on it at your to-go time. So it's a great way to go a little bit green and save some paper. Okay, town hall. From our recent survey, the majority of you prefer town hall at 10 a.m. versus 2 p.m., except for today. Because many are not able to attend at 10 a.m., though, Ryan will again, and he is now, and I've got a fuzzy little microphone here picking up sound. Ryan is recording the town halls again, and he will have them available for viewing on the Saturday after town hall at 10 a.m., but you get to keep your pajamas on for that one. And it will also be replayed the following Monday at 3 p.m. It will also be available anytime on the Walnut Village YouTube page. So I'm going to invite Deanne up to talk about sales and marketing. You can just hit this to advance. Return.
Okay. Wow, it's all on here. It's first time doing this because Kara is now starting her first day down in San Diego. Kara is down in San Diego now, so it's Marina and I in sales until Debbie finds someone else.
Tip it up. You're tall.
We're the same size. Is that better? I don't think it's on.
I think it got turned off. It's on now.
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, Kara's down in San Diego, starting her first day down there. So it's Marina and I again until we get a third person. But we do have some good move-ins coming. We actually have our first clubhouse resident, so we're super excited about that. She'll be moving in probably beginning of May. Her name is Ann Williams. She's coming up from San Diego. She'll be moving into 110. And then we have Alice and David Kuroda moving into 318, Jackie and Tony Chu moving into 180, and Joe Ropel moving into 205. So we have some great new people coming soon in beginning of June or in May. We do love your referrals, so please refer a friend. You get a free month free. So we definitely love to have you guys bring your friends and tell them about us. And so real quick, our most current occupancy numbers are in the independent living 92.02%, and that is with the addition of 7 clubhouse IL apartments. In Summer House 2, we're at 61.29%, and that is because we added 17 additional rooms. So our numbers kind of went down a bit. So our total occupancy is 86%. So we have a little ways to go to get us to 100%, but we, Marina and I, along with all of your help, we feel we can do that. So, okay, thank you.
Lou?
Yes.
What is an IL apartment?
Independent living. Independent living. Okay, anybody else?
Thank you, Deanne.
Yep.
Okay, next up, if you wouldn't mind welcoming Kim from Dining Services. Yay, Kim! Oh, you may want to use this guy.
Thank you, everybody. If you haven't made your Easter brunch reservations, please contact the Grove Host Desk to make your Easter brunch reservations. And just as a reminder, the bistro will be open for continental breakfast Sunday morning, and we'll close at 10 for the remainder of the day. The brunch will be from 11 to 2. Parties larger than 7 will be in the LLC, and the vault is booked as well as El Capitan. Holiday points will be charged, and we'll have complimentary champagne and mimosas. Our new bread company made their first delivery on Monday, so this week has kind of been a transition week where we're phasing out the old bread and phasing in the new bread. Has anybody tried a sandwich with the new bread? Have you noticed a change? No one's been brave enough to try it?
Give it a go.
My staff have noticed that it's much softer, so give it a shot. We're in the process of using up our current disposable coffee cups, and we'll be transitioning back to coffee cups with sleeves, kind of like what Starbucks does, because the current cups are really difficult to get apart. The bistro breakfast special for next week will be a breakfast quesadilla, and that will have a fried egg, bacon pieces, cheese, and sliced fresh tomato. I saw a picture of it, it's really nice. We'll be having a Cinco de Mayo celebration dinner on May 5th. The resident and staff appreciation lunch for May will be on Wednesday, May 7th. And just a couple server updates. So Sabrina Ruelas left us. She got a full-time position at Disneyland. And also Precious Garcia, who's only been here a couple months, she turned in her resignation and she'll be leaving at the end of the month, but we are actively recruiting for both positions. Any questions? Yes.
You changed the amount of seating that was available from 5 o'clock to 5:45. Is that working well?
Well, you tell me. So the idea was to get the entrees to you sooner. And we also stopped packaging to-go meals during that time, so we could just focus on the dining room. Has anyone noticed that your meals are getting to you faster? That's what I'm hearing, that is working. Anything else? Yes, Sonia?
Is there a way to put the breakfast special, maybe above the lunch special of the week, above the weekly menus? So people know that there is a breakfast special?
There
On the
is,
board, on the menu board.
it is on the menu board.
No, I
In
mean,
the-
on the weekly menus that come to your room.
There isn't much space down there. Yeah, it'd be tough. But it is in the bistro on that one board where they put the lunch special of the week. And certainly if you call the bistro, they can let you know. Yes,
If it could be in the Friday memo,
it is.
then we'll know.
It is, yeah. In the dining section. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Kim. Please welcome Ethan from maintenance. I don't know if you want that one or that one.
Thank you, Debbie. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Can you hear me? Louder? Testing. All right. Okay, so we've had a lot of stuff going on this month. We just finished up with the quarterly window washing. We should have everybody's screens up by Monday afternoon. If you notice that your screens have not been put back up by then, please give us a call and let us know. Tree trimming has been underway for the last week. We are doing some more tomorrow, more out here in the courtyard and in the putting green. We've made our concerns known to them about how much to thin out the trees and be able to keep enough shade for everybody for their patios. So I did make that note to them. Our door lock replacements are almost done. We are waiting on 5 last units to come in that had to be replaced for defective parts that had come in originally. So I'm hoping that those will be back in the next week or two. Just a reminder again, please make sure that you submit all of your work orders to the front desk. I know we're walking by all the time and we talk to you guys a lot, but just to make sure that nothing gets fallen through the cracks, just double check and make a work order at the front desk would be very helpful. And as far as the Serenity Garden fountain, we're still waiting for a large basin to come in. It actually, the fountain on top had cracked it. So we're gonna have to pull out the whole basin and replace the pump and everything for that. So bear with me on that. We are scheduled for the new spring color change for all the flowers. That should be by the end of April. So in the next, probably end of next week, we'll start seeing that come in. And that's, of course, the front entrance, the corner out here at Walnut and Ball, and also in the courtyard area around the fountain. Lastly, maintenance department we're still continually coming through to service everybody's HVAC unit for the summertime. If you are having any issues and we haven't stopped by yet, or we have stopped by and you're still noticing an issue, please give me a call so we can get that addressed and get it on the schedule. Okay? Any questions? Yes?
I've had a request in now for about 2 weeks. The door lock is missing from my door handle.
Which unit is yours?
The mechanism is not there.
362.
I've got a big
362,
hole.
yeah. Third floor is still being finished up with the actual lock itself, the actual cylinder.
Okay.
It's a different purpose. It's a different
Anything
purpose.
be done automatically, or do I have to put in a work order for it also?
For what, Val?
For the damage that the lock people did when they put on the door lock.
On the door itself, you're talking about? Yeah, we're gonna address all the doors as soon as we're done. Actually, Fernando will be coming around and patching everything up and repainting all the doors. Yeah, I know there's a lot of holes and marks and stuff on them, but we'll definitely take care of that for you. BJ?
Do you still have those bug people coming out for roaches?
Yes. Every second Tuesday of the month, we have them come out.
Do I
And
need to call every month?
you don't have to call every month if you've already been put on the list. We do take care of it. I have them usually run through about 3 months in a row. And if we see that it's subsided, then we'll take you off the list. But if you notice it coming back again, okay, then we can go ahead and definitely put you back on the list. Anything else? Great. Thank you guys. Have a good weekend and a good Easter.
Thank you, Ethan. And everybody can ask Les to come up and talk about spiritual care updates. Is kind of like we talked about the Super Bowl of the spirituality department with Good Friday and Passover and Easter coming up.
That's it. This is the busiest week of the year with regard to spirituality. As a reminder, we have Roman Catholic communion services once a month. The next one will be April 21st. And we have a Mass, Roman Catholic Mass with Father Nicholas once a month. Mass is the first Monday of the month. Communion is the third Monday of the month. And Father Nicholas will come early on the day that he's doing Mass so that he can hear confessions and offer the sacrament of the sick and so forth. And he still brings the team with him, Eucharistic ministers who will lead music and so forth. So it's a great service. Roman Catholic Mass on the first Monday of the month and communion on the third Monday of the month. Now, we're going to begin an interfaith dialogue circle. We've been talking about this. We started it, but we just haven't continued it because other things had come up. But we have a few people talking about it and wanting to do it. So we're going to do an interfaith dialogue circle. We're going to meet sporadically about once a month on a Wednesday at 11:15. The first one will be in the community room. And the dialogue will include kind of a comparative religions course. Just for the fun of it, who can tell me what's the largest religion in the world? It's, what was it? Christianity. Christian is the largest. We have about 2.3 billion Christians. What's number two? What is it? Islam is number 2 with a little over 1 billion. Third is Hindu, which is very close. And then Buddhism is fourth with about half a billion. So those are the top 4. Also, just for the sake of discussion, how many wars have been fought specifically over religion? What do you think? Well, somebody said, how many of you say all of them? Okay. How many of you say none of them? There is no one who says none of them. Actually, there have been studies of this sort of thing. And since the Middle Ages, or barely prior to that, there have been about 1,700 wars. And of that number, there have been about 12% that have been fought specifically over religion. And it's kind of hard to determine whether or not it's a religious war. What if someone simply wants to have your property, take over your land, rule your country? Oh, I'm doing it because God told me to. Well, is it because God said to? Is it because it's a religious war? Or is it because of other things and they're using religion as a cover? Those kinds of things I think would be fun to discuss as a group. So we're going to do the Interfaith Dialogue Circle beginning Wednesday, April 23rd, 11:15 in the community room. And we'll talk about that sort of thing, as well as how different religions can simply talk and get along with one another. We have regular weekly events going on. Sunday morning church services here, 10:30 in the chapel. We have a Bible study every Thursday at 1 o'clock in the Red Chair Lounge. I'm available on Sundays and Wednesdays in the San Andreas Vault just to sit and talk. And many of you take advantage of that. I'm there. Pop in if you'd like to. And then we have the April issue of the Chapel News. It's available. We have a few copies in the back, and it's still available in the post. And that is spiritual care for now. Any questions at all? Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Les. I'd like to invite Sandy now to come up and talk about resident services. I added a bunch, so make sure you're looking it up.
Hello, everyone. So thank you, everyone that did turn in their ballots for Volunteer of the Year for last year. And we will have a celebration for Volunteer of the Year on May 8th at the happy hour, and that will be on the calendar. Also, scams are still on the rise. I don't think they're going away. So if anyone gets anything they're not sure of, contact me. A lot of people have been doing that, and thank you for that, so we don't get caught in any of those. If anyone calls, says they're from your bank or anything else, just hang up and call them directly yourself, just in case it's not them. Do not give out any information over the phone, just hang up. Also with emails and emails, if you get an email, go to the website instead. Don't answer the email because they make very good copies. And then, so DirecTV did come out last month, hopefully fix anything. Again, if you're having any issues, call the front desk and let them know, and we'll try to resolve those issues. I know we did have to rescan a few more TVs, but it seems to have fixed that so far. And then also for the post, we've cleaned up the post a little. Try not to use it as a dumping ground for anything that you don't want. I know we're trying to make it look a little nicer. We've cleaned up the board and put everything in rows so that you know where to find things on the board, on the wall. And also the middle is more for the sign-up books. So if you get any unwanted mail or anything, just throw that out. Also with the inbox mail slots, make sure to look, there's an arrow pointing to which way your box is. It's pointing to the left. So make sure you're looking at the right box when you're grabbing your mail. And then Lost and found, we have a place behind the welcome desk in the workroom where if you lose anything, we bring it there. So check with the front desk if you've lost anything, and we can help you look for that. And now Ryan will come up. Oh, any questions? Okay.
Hi, everybody. Can we hear? Yes, I think so. So I finally get to present some data, numbers, concrete data, for those of you that participated in our lower body strength gain program over the past several weeks. So here's a little breakdown of things. So we had and boy, I have to look at my numbers. I think it was an 8-week commitment, wasn't it? I wrote 12. My mistake on that one. Boy, that was like 2 typos. I was in a hurry to get this out early. It was an 8-week commitment, and those of you that participated agreed to come in 3 times a week. There were 22 residents who initially started, and 14 residents actually completed the whole duration of the program. I know it's a small sample size, but still some really exciting information. So here's just a quick little graph. This was actually numbers in regards to chair stands. So you know the kind of quarterly balance assessments that we do every couple months, where we have you do chair stands first to start with. This was a breakdown of those residents that completed the program. Pre is the light blue, post program is the darker blue.
Look how.
And there's some significant improvements, right? This was just for chair stands, and it's how many you can do in 30 seconds. Yes, there is kind of a ceiling with how many you physically can be capable of doing in that short window. So there isn't a big drastic change, but there are some definitely significant improvements. If you look from left to right, look at number 2.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Holy cow, right?
Yeah.
Change. That's change. That's change. So of those 14 residents that actually completed the whole program, there were improvements in lower body strength anywhere from 5% all the way up into 110%. They doubled their level of leg strength in 8 weeks. Let that sit in for a minute. Doubled in 8 weeks. There's a few of you here. I took names off, not to make anyone a celebrity, but you know who you are. So the average increase was 23%. Again, for those that started the program, finished, average increase in lower body strength was 23%. This is a significant improvement, folks, a significant improvement. Here's the graph in regards to the numbers for the lower body strength program, for the terms of how much weight they were able to push. Pre is, again, light blue. Post is the dark blue. Some big numbers. I think the highest one goes up to almost 400 pounds.
Wow.
It's very, very nice to see, putting in the work, and it makes some changes. So these increases and improvements in leg strength can be made at any stage of life. Young, old, whatever. Age is just a number as far as I'm concerned. You all have the same number of muscles that I do. They work the same, they react the same, and they adapt the same. With these strong muscles, right, it can improve in balance. They're so by reducing our fall risk, which will enhance our mobility, and increase independence, which every single one of us wants, right? Absolutely. And these improvements can be achieved in a relatively short amount of time, right? It was an 8-week program. People came in 3 times a week. The sessions were only 10 or 15 minutes. We're not talking they were living in the gym for hours and hours. I'm not a mathematician, but by my math, that was only 4 to 6 hours over 2 months. A really, really small investment in yourself to make those significant improvements. These improvements were earned by each and every one of you that were working very hard, that put in the work, that got in the results, and it was earned. No one did it for you but you. As much as I would love to exercise for each and every resident in Walnut Village, I can't. I would love to be able to do the work and just pass on benefits for everybody, but it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So, congratulations to all of you that put in the time, put in the work, reap the benefits. For those of you that would like to start, it's walking through the door is the hardest part. I'm happy to point you in the right direction, tell you exactly what to do, when to do it, all those kind of things. I don't have kids, but do know that I'm extremely proud of all of you that put in the work, and it was very gratifying to see. Good job, everybody. questions? When are we doing it again? We'll do it again. But good job, everybody.
Okay, when?
I'll get back to you on that one. Thanks, everyone.
Good job, everyone. Those numbers are stunning, and everyone made improvement. Every single person who continued on made improvement. So good for you. Okay, we're at the fun part now. I'm going to invite Araceli to come on up and talk about what's going on in the fun department. Make sure you group that stuff. Okay. Oh, you might need this. Probably easier.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Now for the fun stuff. We have one of our residents, Phyllis Fryer, plays bridge weekly with a gentleman by the name of Joe Robbins. And he agreed to teach Bridge 101 every other Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the clubhouse activity room. You're going to receive a survey today to see if we can gather 4 residents minimum who would like to learn to play bridge. So if you're definitely interested, please fill it out and put it in your box. Very good. We want to create some excitement at the new clubhouse area, so please consider holding a book club, Bible study, card games, committee meetings in the clubhouse activity room.
It's open.
Some of the,
Where is it?
oh, well,
In the new clubhouse section.
Where's the clubhouse?
So I'll take you for a tour, BJ, because I think you were
yes.
off-site at the time we opened it, but it's over by the theater. You go past the receptionist desk.
I don't know where the theater is yet.
Okay, we'll take you for a tour.
Cool.
Very good.
Updates for upcoming week. We have this upcoming week, we have Craps with Jen on Saturday, 10:30 and 12:30, and please make sure you sign up. Bingo with Sal on Saturday at 2 p.m. in the LLC. Easter Sunday brunch on Sunday, April 20th, 11 to 2 in the Red Chair Lounge. Doggy Day meet and greet. We are doing Doggy Day twice a month. It's been requested. So it's a really good turnout. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to have a pet to come. So we have a lot of residents that come and volunteer to give out treats or help set up. So if you'd like to volunteer, let me know. We have a really, really good time. Next week, we have Trader Joe's shopping, Tuesday, April 22nd. We leave at 11:30 a.m. We have NOCE music art class, Tuesday, April 22nd at 1 p.m. in the Verger Lounge. New welcoming residents, Tuesday, April 22nd at 4:30 in the Verger Lounge. So we'll be welcoming all of our new residents. I want to say 90 days. It's about 90 days. So we'll compile a list of all our new residents and welcome them for Verger Lounge. And NOCE topics class with Amy, Wednesday, April 23rd in the LLC. Men's Bingo, Coffee and Pancake, Wednesday, April 23rd at 9 a.m. in the Red Chair Lounge. We have Hilbert Museum coming up and lunch outing. If you're interested, please sign up. I haven't checked the list, but we might be full. That would be April 24th, leaving at 11 a.m. Marilyn Monroe documentary, Friday, April 25th at 10 a.m. in the Clubhouse Theater. Activities, updates, Arbor Day Memorial Rose ceremony. That's going to be on Friday, April 25th at 2 p.m. in the Serenity Garden. And last but not least, the Butterfly Garden is getting ready to welcome monarch butterflies in the coming months. We do have a volunteer who comes and helps out with most of that. Her name is Cheryl. I don't know if you guys have met her before. She really takes the time to come and get the garden ready for us and bring the milkweed. So she is working on that. It's still too early. She said it won't happen until about early May and going into June. So I know that Ellen Boston also helps us out a lot with the garden. And so I don't know if you want to do it this year, but just let me know. She's going to be coming in in a couple weeks and we can get together and talk about it. And if anyone else is interested, please let me know. Any questions? Yes, Don.
You're supposed before you have the rose ceremony that Barbara Streisand's name could be corrected.
Is it one that's already out there?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take a look at it and we'll get it fixed.
Still.
Okay, I think that was something that was ordered before. So we'll take care of it, Don. Thank you. Yes, Virginia.
Sally, I would not think that many of the new people, which since we've had that is over 50, even know what the Arbor Day Memorial Rose Ceremony means or what it is. So tell them.
So we're gonna send out a flyer with all that information, but it's to honor everyone who has passed. I believe we're going back to 2021 to present. So we'll have everyone's names. We're doing our best so we don't leave anybody out, but we have a pretty accurate list of everything. It's just to commemorate everyone who has passed and honor them. Okay, we'll have a service, and also Les, you will be giving a short service as well and be joining us for that service. And we also plant roses in memory of that. So we will have also names. I know Ethan's going to take care of that as well for the signage. So if you'd like to join us, we'd definitely like to see you there. And then don't forget, we have our 3 o'clock Easter egg hunt. I've already seen a lot of grandbabies out there today. We're going to meet in Putting, and then the hunt will actually be in the courtyard. So, and then we do have a special guest.
Oh.
Yes, so please join us.
Is he furry?
Maybe.
Is it in the courtyard?
Oh.
Your flyers said Putting Green.
Yes, so we will be meeting in the Putting Green, and the hunt will actually be in the courtyard. So you have to wait in the putting because you can't see where we hide the eggs. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions? Yes, BJ.
When is that memorial thing?
That is on Friday, April 25th at 2 p.m. in the Serenity Garden.
Isn't that the same memorial, if you want to go to Virginia's same?
Virginia's is in the morning.
That's in the morning, I believe, 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm hoping you will be back by then. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, actually, I think it was the third day I worked here. They had the memorial ceremony, and for those who are new, we purchased a rose to signify a year, and so each person who passed during that year has a rose dedicated to them. So it's really quite lovely. So hopefully you'll come. And
Rose bush.
a rose bush. Okay, in recognition of Easter, Easter is the only time when it's perfectly safe to put all of your eggs in one basket. Okay, I know you guys have questions. Anything else before we go do the Easter egg hunt and see all the cute kids and maybe something furry? So quiet today. Okay, it might have a little cottontail. Okay, we'll see you over at the putting green. Thanks, everyone.